Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing rock lights. As you can probably tell by my forehead, I've already gotten started a little bit with the wheel wells. Anyway, I'm going to turn you around and just drop right into it. Alright, so today we're going to be installing the Lux lighting rock lights. I got 8 of them. I got 4 10-foot cables and 4 with 20-foot cables over there. Putting 2 in each wheel well. We went ahead to Home Depot and bought a whole bunch of this wire sheathing just to protect it as I run it up through the frame and all that. But it really should be pretty simple. It's gonna be wrench work on the wheel well liners, getting those pulled, and then connecting it all to each other, and then running one main cable and one main ground to the power supply. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do that. You can see I've got the back right wheel well already removed. Wheel liner. And started on this one. Basically, you got 8mm bolts all the way around the outside on the white trim piece, and one there, pull that out. You got to pop a let's see if I can get the lighting. This that guy needs to come out, and then you can start by popping this out over this piece. So pop it out over and then roll the whole thing that way, and it'll slide out the back. It does take a bit of maneuvering, but it'll come out. And then I'll wash these off and move to the fronts. Okay, I've got the front one pulled down. It's a little bit more work just because it's got 3 I'll call them tabs that you got to pull out in addition to the 8mm bolts. I can't pull this one all the way out just because I've got my reservoir shocks in there. It's kind of obstructing things. So I do have enough room though. I can drill from this side a hole for the cable, the power cable, and one over here, and then just sort of run them out. Out this way, loop them together, connect them, shove them back, and run it up to the junction box. I'm gonna do the same on the other side for this one. The rears though, I have completely removed and clean up and get in there a little bit better. So I'm going to get the other one undone and then come back with you when I start placing the lights. Okay everyone, so got these marked out in pencil, and if I come in, you can kind of see here, this is the hole I'm going to be drilling for the light itself. Let me grab it and kind of show how I'm going to be mounting these. It's going to come out like this, and the cable's going to go through that hole. Right there. These are the Lux lights. They do have neodymium magnets on there. I'm just not going to be utilizing them because I got plastic fender liners, but if you have a Jeep, as I understand it, you can just stick it to your fender well. So what I'm going to be using is over here. I got some Gorilla double-sided tape, and that should hold it just fine. If not, I'll go get some 3M auto tape later on. But this should do, I think, easily for the need. So before you mount them, obviously just clean it off. I've sprayed this down with the hose. I'm going to hit it with some alcohol before I stick the tape to it. But first I'm just going to drill this. I've got all 4 holes marked out for the 2 rears. I'm going to go ahead and get the rear fender wells mounted before I put them back in, and then I'll go on to the fronts. Okay, it's fairly straightforward process, just going to take a while. I've got the light hole drilled for the lights. Comes out here. I've just put it in this loom, put it together, made it kind of nice and tidy. Ran it to the front. I'll deal with that later. For now, I'm going to be putting the liner back in here and just kind of running it sort of back in the opposite of the way it came out. Go ahead and get that done, get all 4 mounted, and then I'll meet you back with the wiring. Okay guys, I know I said I'd meet back up with you with the wiring. I'm almost there. Gotten 3 of 4 done. The rear is just kind of hanging on the ground right now. I'll zip tie that up to the frame. The front lights are in as well on this driver's side. And if we go in behind here, and I some light here. Go in behind here. There you'll see where the driver's side front one comes out, and come back here. Way back back in there. There it comes out. And I sort of joined them together, loomed them. I'll be tucking that up behind the noise proofing, sound proofing, and then running it through whatever daylight I found in here. This is the cable. So I'll probably be running both the front and back on this side to the same ground, and then the front and back on the passenger side of the same ground, and running both power over to the same lead. And we're going to connect all of them, all 8 lights, to the same hot wire here. It's going to be number 2. So we'll figure out how that's going to look in a minute. I'm going to get the driver's side, the rear driver's side, snaked, and run up through here and kind of bring them out together. And then I'll do the passenger side and kind of see how it all comes together. All right, I've been getting the passenger side wired up, ready to go. You can see the passenger lights there, and there's the hole. I've got the, just wanted to show you real quick. I'm joining both of them together, so I've got 2 hot wires into one, 2 grounds into one, and not too worried about this because it's low voltage. Coming out of it, it's just 1 red and 1 black. And then I'm gonna slide this. I only have red heat shrink at this size left, so I'm gonna slide this over, and then we'll shrink it down. This will obviously keep it, protected from the elements, and just keep everything kind of tight and from unraveling. So we go ahead and finish this up, and then get the loom on this side, tuck it up underneath, put the fender wells back, run this all up here, run the back cables up in here as well, combine the backs with the fronts, and then run them all together over there. Alright, I thought I'd catch you up a little bit on the electrical. I've got the wires coming from the back of the truck, passenger side, front passenger side. Combining the two, I've combined power here, and I've combined the ground here. I just wanted to ground out on this side of the truck here, because I am starting to load up all my ground screws on the other end. So I'm going to put ground here, and then run this cable here in this loom over to there to connect to power number 2, and we'll be good to go. All right, so it is evening now, the next day. I just didn't have time to kind of tuck this all up and put it together in one day. So I've got the ground here, and this is the rears, this is the fronts. So front, rear combining the ground, and then front, rear combining the power. Sort of over to that side. And over here, you can see this loom here. I've brought up and joined the rear loom here with the front loom there. Join ground here, and then this is the light bar, and then this is the rock light. So coming from way over there, this is the power from the right side of the truck, and it joins in right here to the power from the left side of the truck again, and then ground is here for this guy. And you don't have to do it exactly how I did it. It's just kind of what made sense to me. You can do whatever you want if it works for you. So this is the power from the aux switch coming in. Towards the end of the run of electrical tape, I've put zip ties just to keep it from unraveling or unwrapping. It does get quite warm in the engine bay, so this keeps it from just kind of undoing itself. Keeps everything nice and tidy all up in there. So give you all a different shot. There we go. So now let's go ahead and test it out. All right, I'm up in the truck here. I don't know if you noticed, but I've got the theme is a different color, and that's because the batteries were disconnected because I was working on this A-pillar. If you haven't seen it, I don't think I've mentioned it. unless you've been following me on Instagram. We're going to be replacing this A-pillar with the one from Autometer and putting in some gauge pods from Banks. So that's the next video after this one. Stay tuned if you want to see that. But anyway, let's throw these rock lights on. So we're going to hit aux 2. Come on outside. And just get a sense of, oh boy, that is quite bright. So again, these are the Lux ones that have solid casing, I think silicon, solid casing or silicon around them. So that's the effect up close. These are the rears. So that's kind of just how they're mounted. And I'll step back a little bit for this side. So those are the 4 rock lights. I guess 8 rock lights, 4 wheels. All right, so if you guys found this video on the rock light install helpful, informative, or interesting, subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn notifications on, and as always, stay tuned for more.